Welcome to week 18, where it matters, but it doesn't matter. But it does matter, because we're trying to get this. The #1 seed. I just planted that shit. We got it. What's up? It's your boy Cintron. Coming back at you with another news video, and I'm analyzing the Eagles' week 18 matchup with the Giants here. And looking at this lovely Philly voice, I champion them because they have some good articles and they're unbiased. They'll tell you like it is. Don't like people that's, you know what that means. But they had a great article, 5 matchups to highlight versus the Giants, and let's take a look at what they had to put up for this expose. So they highlighted not the 5 matchups because the Giants gonna be resting starters, and that's gonna heavily affect hopefully the outcome of this game in the Eagles' favor. And we're playing people like Davis Webb, third stringer, who just got caught up from the practice squad. So we're not even facing Tyrod Taylor. So hopefully we get this win. I believe, but crazier things have happened in the NFL season. So we'll see how it goes. But I believe the Eagles come out with a win here. But these are the players that they highlighted that they believe have to show something, that you want to get on a roll heading off into the playoffs. So to start off with Jalen Hurts, obviously he's missed the past 2 weeks, and we want to see how he comes out. He's going to be in rust. He's going to be able to lead the team. He's going to be able to avoid taking hits and calling his own number and running the ball. That's what I at least want to see in this game. And yeah, all eyes are going to be on #1, Jalen Hurts, who is the leader of this team at quarterback. So yeah, he was playing at a high level, and right after Chris Sims had a hot take that Jalen Hurts isn't really an MVP level player. It's the place around him. He has to, a great tight end, the #1 offensive line, the #2 receiving duo in the league. And then Minshew came out and stunk and proved him wrong. He fired back like, "Oh, stop trapping on me. Daddy, please save me." Shut your bitch ass up, Chris Sims. You didn't have a take that made sense. You were just trying to sell tickets, so to speak. And your ass got burned when she got scalped. So sit your ass down. Nobody wants to hear from you. You any shred of credibility you had was taken away, and then you cry afterwards like a little bitch. Don't let anybody just be a journalist these days, or an analyst. You're not an analyst. You're just a ANAL. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how Jalen comes out and plays. I believe he picks up right where he left off, and the guy's been working hard, trying to get back for this game, so he won't have any issues. This will be his first time playing without Lane Johnson to protect his right side, so we'll see how he meshes with Jack Driscoll. He's played with him in spots before, so I don't think it'll be that big of an issue, and he'll definitely not make him look as bad as Gardner Minshew did, making him look culpable for those 3 sacks. I mean, you're running into the arms of danger. Yeah, your offensive line got to be looking at you like. All right, the next person they highlighted is Quez Watkins. This is actually a person I had on my list as well. He just got to play better, man. Over the course of 3 games, I think 4 interceptions could be attributed to him. Sloppy route running, rounding off his routes, not running them at full speed. So attention to detail. You cannot afford to play that piss poor when you're coming up against quality opponents every week. And yeah, just anticipation with the route. Like, I don't know if it was him coming back with the Deron Bland route, but letting the guy jump on your back and rip the ball out of your hands. Like, he's already not a natural hands catcher. The last catch I seen him make, because he had to make it over the shoulder, was a 91-yard catch against the 49ers in the 2021 season. But it was just because the ball was there. He had no choice but to do this. But he prefers to body catch. And yeah, it's not the mark of a great receiver. Maybe a good to solid receiver, but definitely not great. Devontae is a hands catcher. A.J. Brown is a hands catcher. Shannon Sharp knows these things. He put me on the game. I'm like, after he said that, I watched and I'm like, damn, this dude really do be watching the ball come into his breadbasket and hugging it. And that's not what you want to see from your WRs. You want to see them out there making these away from their body and bringing it in quick. So gives you so much more room to operate and do things. But So he's just got to. I mean, like, yeah, has he lost Jalen Hurts' trust already, or I mean, just I think also the coaching staff is on them to put him in positions to succeed. Intermediate routes, crossers, deep deep in breaking routes, deep out breaking routes. Use him as a threat that he has 4.3 speed. I think he runs a 4.35, 4.36, 4.36. Use that speed. Don't try to make him something he's not. Quite plain and simple. He's a number 3 for a reason. He didn't keep the number 2 role. I was actually championing. I'm like, damn, he could maybe take the number 2 role. Just I don't think, at least not as he is now. No. But hey, he's not a finished product. He's still a young guy, you know. I think he's 24 or 25. So, all right, the next guy they highlight is Kazir White. I also have Kazir White on my list. He's just given up too many yards in space, and yeah, I can attribute that to Gannon, you know, not protecting the guy with a scheme. And yeah, he's not a liability because he played safety in college at West Virginia. He has a DB background, so he's good at covering. But I just think that the confusion with the space allotment and stuff like that, he's not a zone corner. I think he's good at man. I think a lot of our guys are good at man, which that's a whole other point. But again, it just needs to stop trying to hide the cards and just let the boys go out there and play. Bump and run, face to face. And the guy has the chops to do it. But then you're just putting him in bad positions by, you know, calling so much zone coverage, and that's not his strong suit. And you got to go with what your guy's strong suit is. You don't just try to force a square piece into a round hole. Just dumb as a coach. But I didn't even know this, but I mean, it makes sense. But Gannon is in his second year as a coordinator, so he's still, you know, he's still green around the ears, or whatever we call that. But young boy, not NBA though. But yeah, like he's gotten eaten alive by tight ends recently. But I just think, I mean, what were you doing before? Why is it not working now? Look at tape, study, and like, you know, this is just coming from me, a fan. So they should be able to get these things corrected easily. But yeah, I just don't like the scheme that I just never liked it, but the scheme that we execute and the way we put players in position. So the next group they have, because it's a cheat here, they go with 3 guys: O-lineman Jack Driscoll, Jordan Mailata, and Andre Dillard. And they are fishing for the angle here of putting your best 5 offensive linemen on the field, which I agree with, you know, but I think we'll only break glass in case of emergency if Lane goes down in a game and the next week. Only as an emergency if in the game someone else goes down will we contemplate swapping, because it just displaces 2 positions, especially on the fly like that. But I think if Lane goes down, they might contemplate, especially against some of the better teams like 49ers, you know, pass rush, Joey Bosa coming off the edge there, as well as, Dallas, with Micah Parsons, just because you don't want to have any regrets. And if you have a chance, if you have a chance to coach him up and get him ready, and that really is the best starting 5, go with it. But Jack Driscoll, I think he's serviceable. He's a solid player, and he can definitely improve and get better the more he starts there. So we'll see if Lane's able to hold up. I'm doubtful that Lane can hold up over the course of 3 playoff games, including the Super Bowl if we make it that far. But it's just a lot to ask of a guy whose core is shaking. Your core, you use that for everything. You know, it's in the center. It's piecing you together. So, I mean, that's iffy. But like I said, Jack isn't as bad as he looked last week. But yeah, there's other things they can implement, like chipping with tight ends in the backs, and then double tight end sets, having an extra blocker there. So I mean, you got to scale back the offense a little bit. Sacrifice to protect the quarterback and protect the running back, give him more lanes. No pun intended, and just buy more time to set up those 5-step drops and 7-step drops if you want to load up. We can do that. So there's a lot of things available. And the last guy they have is Hassan Reddick. I'm like, I'll just throw that out because he doesn't need any work. He's been doing what he's been doing since like week 3. He had no sacks in the first 2 games, and he's blown up, going off for 16. So, yeah, he deserves more national credit, and I would love to see him push for the defensive MVP. But probably gonna go to someone else, and he's definitely, I think, Bosa's coming back on a comeback season as well, comeback player of the year, so he'll probably get that award as well, if not defensive MVP outright. I don't think they'll let one player get 2, so we'll see. But let's go into my list of 5 guys, not pizza. But I had Jack Driscoll, Josiah Scott, Quez Watkins, Kazir White, and Trey Sermon. So I have 2 surprises on the list. They're backups, but since this is a game of backups, essentially, hopefully it becomes that and not a war of attrition. Because I want to see the backups play. I want to see how they respond to the limited amount of playing time and see if they can show anything to the coaches to get them some playing time and moving forward. Definitely would like to see that with Trey Sermon. We'll get to that later. But Josiah Scott, he's been getting cooked recently. And I just don't believe in this game. We're going to come out and show the formation of CJG, CGJ, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, playing too much in the slot. I mean, we might. I think we will. I mean, it's 50-50, but I wouldn't be surprised if they don't do it. So if they do it, I wouldn't be surprised. But if they don't do it, I wouldn't be surprised as well. Because they just don't want to show their hand. That's like Gannon and Shane Steichen's whole MO. I want to hold on to these plays. I don't want to show, this look, this wrinkle. Man, some things just got to go out there and do, because you're constraining our offense and our true abilities. Unleash that beat. But I really want to see how Josiah Scott holds up against backups, but also against some. He'll be against backups, but just with our other starting guys, because he isn't the worst, but at this point he's barely serviceable. But I don't know if he's rookie or not. If he is, that'll explain a lot, but just unfortunate that we don't have a slot corner behind Avante Glass-Maddox at this point. But then also as well, Trey Sermon. I think he can be a tough inside runner. I don't know if his running style really is the issue. He doesn't get north and south quick enough. He goes east and west too much. But yeah, I really want to see what he can do and bring to the table, because I believe he can be that back that gets to those tough short yards in short yardage situations. So, but the Eagles, they just historically don't like big backs. Like Jordan Howard was perfect for us, a fucking hammer in the blunt mold, and we saw that when we smoked the blunt. Man, it worked wonders for us. And Jay Ajayi was the light back with us. But that worked wonders. They were both bigger backs, and they could handle load and drag people along with them, get those first downs, and not put our quarterback at risk, unnecessary risk. We don't have to. Yeah, Jalen is awesome with that 92% conversion rate on 4th downs, but I don't want to see him habitually put in that position. Uses a sledgehammer for people to just tee off and hit our quarterback free hits. Yeah, but there's another point I want to get to. Like with the backups in, I have my 5 things I want to look at. 1, how do they protect Hurts? Is there going to be any issues with him coming back, and any confusion, and just cadences and calls and stuff like that are going to be, I don't think they're going to lose anything. Just it was out only 2 weeks, but it was a different QB under there. Different expectations, different style, and different burden on the shoulders. This was much heavier, but he welcomes the challenge. So I think he'll be able. There won't be too many hiccups, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's But yeah, will they keep number 2? Will they keep the offense and defense both vanilla? So I believe both coordinators really have that mindset. We don't want to expose too much. So I think they'll keep things basic, not too many deep concepts and things like that. But things we maybe already shown this season, but not too much, because they don't want to step into the realm of tendencies and such. So they play scary. So and just get too pass happy. All right, 3. Do they show discipline on defense, like things like tackling, lane, gap discipline? I just want to see them form tackle, wrap up, bring people down, gang tackle, hustle to the ball. in the offense, be clean, execute. Don't be antsy, jump in the snap. Don't try to play hero ball. It's gotten us in trouble in several games this year, making unforced errors, causing fumbles and stuff like that, miscommunications, because we're too worried. Calm down, but go out there to win it. You can't come in with a relaxed mindset either. So, 4, and any nuance with defense, like CJG in the slot, CGJ, Chauncey in a slot or whatever, or we're gonna reserve all that stuff for the playoffs. Like I said, I won't be surprised either way, but I lean more towards their reserving things. They don't want to show too much, especially against backups. You don't have to just rely on most of the talent, but we'll see. And the last one, what will Gardner Minshew show us? Is it going to be the decent Gardner that we saw in the Cowboys game, or the stinking pile of flesh that we saw against the Saints? Man, that was just horrible. It's just hard to watch. This offense is stuck in neutral. No, matter of fact, they're in reverse. They're going backwards. It was sad, pathetic, and shameful. Like, how can you put this stinking piece of shit out there on the field and be proud of this shit, and not expect people to be overly frustrated, boiling over, with their anger and stuff like that? So, we'll see. But anyways, this is the last video before the game, man. I'm excited. 6:25 a.m. here in Japan. So I'll be up early in less than 12 hours. So let's fly, Eagles, fly. Ouch, that shit hurt. Damn. Anyways, let's go. I don't give a fuck. Like, comment, share, subscribe Thanks for watching. Check me out at Cintron Anime, Cintron Life, or Cintron Laughs, or other social media.